An explosion has taken place outside the military hospital in Kabul. Several casualties are feared. The Taliban-run government in Afghanistan has confirmed the development. The explosion was reported near the entrance to a military airfield in the Afghan capital. The facility lies next to Kabul's Hamid Karzai International Airport. The cause of the blast remains unknown. A Taliban spokesperson said an unknown number of people are suspected to have been killed in the blast and many others feared injured. He added that authorities were investigating the incident. The Taliban authorities claim to have improved security ever since storming back to power in August of 2021. However, there seems to be scores of attacks on Afghan soil in the past year. Many of the attacks were claimed by the local chapter of the Islamic State group. Last month, at least 5 Chinese nationals were wounded when gunmen stormed a popular hotel in Kabul. The attack was claimed by the Islamic State. Hundreds of people, including members of Afghanistan's minority communities, have been killed and wounded in attacks since the Taliban returned to power. Now, for more on this, our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik is joining us live from Islamabad. Hello to you, Anas. What are the latest details that you have for us on this blast?
Well, Alison, what we know so far is that at around 8 a.m., an explosion rocked Kabul, literally rocked it and the entire city, and it was at the main entrance of the Kabul airport's military site or the military airfield. What we also know is that the Taliban say that a number of people have been killed and injured and that they are trying to ascertain the veracity of this explosion, whereas on-ground sources indicate that this was in all likelihood a suicide explosion in which at least 8 people have been killed, another 10 have been injured. Investigations into the matter have been ongoing, but the Taliban say that they have cordoned off the area and the roads leading towards the Kabul airport's military site. Now, what is also important to know is that the Kabul airport's military site shares the gate with the main, the commercial side, the civilian side of the Kabul airport as well. And at this point of time, on-ground people on the ground have been facing hindrances due to road closure in getting to the airport itself. Alison?
Right, Anas, and we have been seeing an increase in attacks over the last year since the Taliban have taken control. Take us through the Taliban's response to this uptick in possible terrorist activity.
Well, the Taliban say that they are trying their utmost, are at best, to counter the menace of terrorism, particularly that of the ISKP, because we've recently seen since last year, October, that the spate of attacks in Afghanistan have been claimed by the ISKP. In fact, 2021 October, to be precise. Since then, we've been seeing an uptick in attacks. The Taliban, on the other hand, have clearly failed in countering that. They're coming up excuses after excuses, and the ISKP remains a contemporary, or rather a permanent headache for them, because there are people within their own ranks and files who are turncoats, and that is the reason the Taliban have been issuing edicts as well, harsher punishments. But the ISKP seems to be on a roll, and they seems to be relentless in their attacks against the Afghan administration. Alison?
Anas, thank you very much for joining us with all the latest details coming out of Pakistan there. We are now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.